to Over Under Ohio Edition. I'm your host, Tony Anderson, and if you want to win some money sports betting, then you've come to the right place. Now, we're going to touch on all the teams Ohioans are betting on, and after we give you our picks, our experts and myself will build a parlay together. We start with Who Dey's Nation pride and joy, the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, joining us to break it all down is Bet for the Win's Prince J. Grimes and Cincinnati Enquirer sports editor Jason Hoffman, representing OHIO. This scenario is so good, it's straight out of a Hollywood script. The game between the Buffalo Bills and the Bengals was canceled after a devastating injury to Bills safety Damar Hamlin. He is now doing much better, so happy for that, and these two teams can settle the score in the playoffs. Bengals fans are annoyed the game isn't on a neutral location, but it is what it is. The Bengals come in as slight underdogs, so let's start with you, Prince. Do you have faith that Who Dey Nation can pull off the upset?
I'm not sure if they pull off the upset completely, but I do like Cincinnati to cover. They've been one of the very best teams against the spread this season. Baltimore gave them a hard time, but Buffalo struggled with Miami a lot more than we thought they would. I think the Bengals, this could come down to the very last possession, and it might just come down to Joe Burrow or Josh Allen, whoever has the ball last.
Okay, now over-under is at 50, around that mark. Are you taking the over or are you taking the under?
I'm taking the over. The Bills have scored 30-plus points in their last 4 straight games, but they've also allowed at least 23 points. So I think the score gets up here. Joe Burrow is going to be able to respond to whatever Josh Allen does.
Jason, you're in Cincinnati, and you have a feel on the pulse of the city. Do you believe the Bengals can pull off the upset?
I would never rule Joe Burrow out. He has never lost in the playoffs as a starting quarterback. This past week's win over Baltimore made him the winningest postseason quarterback in franchise history, if you can believe that. So I wouldn't rule it out. But I'm more with Prince here. I think they can cover the spread. I don't know about winning. That offensive line is decimated right now. They only have 2 starters, one of which is a rookie, Cordell Volson. But I'm with Prince as well. I love the over in this game. I think at least 52 total points get scored.
That Jags game was nuts. Are you placing money on the Chiefs or Jags?
I'm going to take the Jags plus the points. The Chiefs have had an issue with blowing out teams they should beat. There's just a feeling with this Jaguars team that they're going to keep it close. They're the Cinderella story this year.
So, Prince, Cowboys versus 49ers. Are you taking them boys or are you taking the Niners?
Yeah, as good as them boys looked against Tampa, I got to take the Niners. They're the one favorite I like this weekend. And it's mostly because of how well they've played at home. Over their last 5 games, they're winning by an average of almost 20 points at home. Keep waiting for Brock Purdy to look like a rookie, but at some point you just got to accept what he is. And I think he's actually a really good quarterback, so I'll take the Niners to cover.
Finally, the game of the week, in my opinion, Giants versus Eagles. Jason, where are you placing your money?
I'm taking the Giants. Prince called it last week. It's his team. I believe we both called them to win that game, and they did. They beat the Vikings. Right now, the line's at 7 and a hook, 7.5. I like that extra half point. It's a divisional rematch. Let's roll with the G-Men.
Let's make a quick parlay, and I'm actually going with the Giants. And I'm going with the Eagles to win. The Eagles are going to win by 3, and right now it says 7.5. So, Prince, who you got?
Yeah, you know what? Give me the over in San Francisco, Dallas. I think Dak Prescott exercised some demons against Tampa. He looked really sharp. But again, I believe San Francisco is going to be able to make some things happen with that strong run game and respond. And I think they ultimately cover. But I like the over in that game.
Jason, you taking the hometown? Where you going with it?
I'm actually going to double down. I'm going to go over in Bengals-Bills. Whoever has the ball last maybe goes on to the AFC title game.
But that is a great parlay. We will be here same time next week. That is our show for today. And make sure you go to Tipico and place your bets right now. You've heard our bets. You can take your bets to Tipico right now.
Hey sports fans, if you want to learn more about sports betting, be sure to follow us on our YouTube channel and be sure to check out all of our exclusive tips and fantasy coverage at betforthewin.com.